Hey guys, J-Man here for the weekly sort of X-Men talk. Sorry about the lighting here, but I'm recording this at night. I won't be able to talk about Marauders until maybe Thursday. I wasn't able to get Marauders. I'll get it digitally though. So I will talk about giant size X-Men Thunderbird, and I did actually buy two of these because I was so excited about Thunderbird, kind of his return. Thunderbird is one of my favorites. I was gonna get him tattooed at one point. I'm still kind of almost thinking about it. I always thought he was a super cool character. I loved him in X-Men. I know, James Proudstar came in later, Warpath. I bought the Warpath figure, and I kind of liked Warpath only because he had Thunderbird's costume. But I did feel that he was really, really huge, and I kind of like the sleeker Thunderbird. And I think there's subtle differences, like there's the red shoulder pads, which I didn't think were as cool. I had the 90s figure, which is over there, so you can't really see him from, I don't think you can see him from there. Or you might be able to. Anyway, but I got the Bowen Thunderbird bust where he's like kind of like this or whatever, so I've got that in my glass case over there. I was able to get that Storm Thunderbird 2-pack. I also have Warpath as well, so I can have the two brothers together. But I never got the full Bowen statue, which I kind of really want to get. Just because, I don't know, I just love this character. I think he looks cool. I don't think he really used two knives though, did he? Like that doesn't seem like that seems more of a Warpath thing. But anyway, just a great character. I think he's really cool. So yeah, Thunderbird's great. Okay, so let's talk about the issue. So Thunderbird has returned now, as we know. And he's going off on his own to kind of figure out what he's going to do. So it looks like he's going back home to the, I don't know if it's the reservation or whatever. And he's looking for his grandmother. And I got to tell you, I just, as I started to read this, I started to already think of like, oh no, I kind of know what's going to happen in this comic. And I got to tell you guys, like, it was really pedestrian. It's like, if I tell you Thunderbird is returning, he's an Apache, what do you think is going to happen? And that's exactly what does happen. And I just feel it was just very, like, he's looking for his grandmother. Like, why is his grandmother there? He's looking for her. Like, wouldn't she be dead by now? And of course, these like asshole, cops or corporation are trying to like mess with the town, and he's got to fight the guys. And I thought, really, like, look, it's not poorly written. It's not like bad. It's just pedestrian is the best word I can come up with. It's like they didn't do anything outside of what you thought would happen. I really was hoping for something more creative. I was kind of hoping he goes back to the reservation and finds that nobody's there. People don't kind of trust him. They're like, who are you? You're a mutant. You're an outsider. Something like that. And he's just like, you know what? I'm going to leave this behind me. I'm going to leave the X-Men behind me. And I'm going to be a new man. And I'm going to go forward and maybe go on adventures. And he can go to different towns and help people, maybe like Kung Fu or whatever. Or like almost like a Billy Jack character. I don't know if people out there know Billy Jack. There's 4 Billy Jack films. The first 2 are really good. And the third one's like, okay. I haven't seen the 4th one in like ages. I remember the 3rd one being a bit slow, but the 2nd one is like 10 out of 10. The first one's pretty good too, Born Losers. But anywho, I was hoping it would be like, he's just like, I'm not an Apache really because I'm a part mutant, but I'm not really with the mutants either. I'm just going to forge my own path. And that sort of kind of happens at the very end. I just wish this comic was all about that. The other thing, and look, they give you this entire history here. This is the first time I've ever read, well, not first, but I read this whole entire page. This is the new costume. They go into detail about the colors and what the significance of the colors are. So I don't have a problem with the colors because there's still, it's like a turquoise or whatever. But it's still a bluish color with some red and some yellow. I wish they would just have the blue and red or turquoise and red. And I wish the design of it was better. Like, and I don't like this hood or whatever it is. The tassels could have just been red. I understand, like, I like the ponytail And I like having these smears, like the war paint. That's cool. But I just wish the design of the costume was better. I don't like this at all. Like, honestly, I think it sucks. I don't like it at all. I love this costume. So not only do they change the costume, and they do give you reasons for it, and it's designed by someone who has taken a lot of native like concepts and worked it into the costume, and it explains it in detail here. And that is great. Unfortunately, that does not mean it looks good, at least to me. I don't, there could be reasons behind it, that's fine, but it just doesn't look good to me. It looks bad. It flat out, it looks bad. I don't know, they could have fixed it up. Like, the colors are not the bad thing, but just, I don't know. I wish they would redesign this. Anyway, so he's fighting these cops or whatever. He does fight this werewolf guy. What's his name? I forgot his name. That's terrible. Oh, Martinek. I don't know if that's how you say it. But he turns into this creature. So he fights a creature. That's pretty cool. So there's a pretty good fight. I love when they recap this, show this again, you know. Oh, I want to say something else. It's not only that they just created a new costume. They actually go out of their way to make fun of the old costume. They actually go out of their way to say, oh, that old costume, Xavier forced me to wear it. It wasn't my style. It was stupid. And I'm thinking, well, it wasn't stupid enough that you didn't put it on the cover. And you made tons of figures and busts of it. And I literally spent like, the figures were like $50. It's like that statue I got was like $100-something. So I've literally spent $200 on a costume that now you're telling me is garbage. I absolutely despise when writers or creators make fun of the old thing. Look, the Marvel Girl costume, Jean Grey's one of my favorites. Top 5 mutants, okay? I have a Jean Grey shelf. I hate that green costume with the stupid eye. I hate it. But I would never. But they're using it, right? They were using it in this relaunch or whatever. I'm like, hey, it's not my thing, but okay. At least they're not making fun of it. They're using it and they're going with it. It's like, okay, that's fine. I actually like the X-Men Red costume, which is my tattoo right there. But the 90s one from the cartoon, love that costume as well. I don't like her costume. But don't make fun of it. Like, I despise when they make fun of the old costume, especially this, because I loved this costume. I thought it was so cool. Anyway, so that really just pissed me off. His grandmother's in here. She's actually a pretty fun character. She's a lot of fun. The fight is pretty good. He's got a good battle with this creature thingy, so that's pretty nice. There's a lesson here about not killing and stuff, which is always appreciated. The last few pages are actually pretty cool. I almost feel like they should have eliminated this. It should have been him going to the res, finding his grandmother maybe, talking to her, talking to Warpath, and then maybe right there he decides that, you know what, guys? Sorry, Warpath, I can't go back with you to Krakoa. And sorry, grandmother, I really can't stay here with you because I don't belong, or I feel that I don't belong anywhere. I need to find my way. And then the next few 10, 15 pages, he could be fighting a creature or going on his way and trying to, do just traveling around. And I think that would have been great. I wish they would make more of these, and hopefully that's where they would go to it. It says at the end, Thunderbird will return. I do like this concept of having him running, because that's when we first saw him in X-Men, when he was running with the bulls and all that. So that was a very nice touch at the very end there. I don't like this costume, guys. I'm sorry. If they make a figure of it, I will buy it because it's Thunderbird. I can keep saying Warpath. I don't know. And they do give a special thanks to the creator of the costume. David Cutler is the name. And look, I understand, because am I gonna take heat for this one? Because if I'm going to take heat for this one, just so you know, I own all the figures and statues of Thunderbird. And I bought 2 of these. And I was going to get this tattooed on me. So if you're a Thunderbird fan and you have a Thunderbird tattoo or whatever, and then you want to get mad at me, okay. But I'm just telling you, I don't like the costume. I understand the reasonings behind it. but I don't like it. But even if I was to accept the costume, I do not like the fact that they make fun of the old costume, which I really liked. I don't like that in any case. Even when I don't like the costume, I don't like when people make fun of the older stuff. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The story as it goes was not too bad, but it was very predictable and very pedestrian. They could have thought outside the box on this one, because Thunderbird, it's like, Thunderbird came back. Woohoo, he's finally back. And what does he do? He goes and fights some creature because, again, the reservation's is being attacked. I'm like, or it's like, really? I mean, like, I don't know. I think a better showcase of this character would be to have him go on adventures and get people excited to read about his adventures. We'll see what happens. But so yeah, Marauders. I'll try to do a video on Marauders on Thursday. Okay. So this will conclude this, I guess. Let me know in the comments, man, what you guys thought about Thunderbird. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe but I love this character. I wanted to love this. I bought 2 copies. Okay. When do you buy 2 copies of comics? It's not even an alternate cover. It's the same cover. It's like I wanted a reader copy because I thought, oh man, I'm going to read this so many times. I am going to read it a few more times. Look, it's Thunderbird, so I'm a bit of a sucker. I'm going to read it again. Maybe I'll warm up to it, okay? But man, if it was this costume in the same issue, I'd be a lot more happy. Thunderbird was one of the coolest looking guys to me, which is, when you're a kid, you look at, you judge based on looks. Like Spider-Man was just one of the coolest looking characters, and the blue and red really, really work as a color scheme. So, okay, guys, that is it. Until next time.